My name is Lloyd, and I'm a small mammal ecologist working in Oxfordshire. I'm the chair of Berkshire Mammal Group and the treasurer of Oxfordshire Mammal Group, and I'm also a co-creator of The Mammal Next Door. Yeah, so the harvest mouse is the UK's smallest rodent. They're ginger in colour. They weigh less than a pound coin, and a pound coin weighs about 10 grams. So the harvest mouse weighs roughly 6 to 7 grams. They have a prehensile tail, and they live arboreally in grass margins, and they can climb up into hedgerows. And in the winter, they come back down to the ground because that's where the temperature is more consistent. However, most die over winter. The harvest mouse diet is mainly seeds and grains. That's why in history people always associated harvest mice with cornfields. In the winter they're probably more likely to take small insects that they can find, as there is less seed around at that time of the year. You can find these mammals in field margins, also hedgerows where grass is growing up into them, reed beds, bramble banks, as long as there is enough grass growing up into the bramble bank. So harvest mice make unique spherical nests. They're about the size of a tennis ball, and they're made woven into the grass structure. So the harvest mice actually come along, they split the grass, and then they weave the nest in situ. And these are what people class as breeding nests. And then in the winter, there is some idea that harvest mice make ground nests, which are much smaller and harder to find. But if you find a spherical nest that looks like a rubber band ball and is about the size of a tennis ball, this is most likely to be a harvest mouse nest. Well, no one really knows how many harvest mice we have, if they are increasing or decreasing, or if their population is stable. So ideally, we need to get people out looking for their field signs, finding the nests and saying yes or no to presence or absence in the environment. Then if you have the harvest mice, you could do things like ask farmers to plant grass margins up around the edge of their fields, which provides tussocky, rank vegetation for harvest mice. Other things is, if you know the land floods, maybe put down wood piles so that harvest mice can get somewhere to escape over winter and they don't obviously get flushed out by flooding. But yeah, surveying is the most important thing. So I started in harvest mouse research probably 2008. This was with a project at Oxford University looking at if we could work out the number of nests in a habitat and basically work out then how many harvest mice are in that habitat according to the nests. That is work that still needs to be looked at. I also monitor harvest mice every year in Oxfordshire on one field margin so that we can look at annual variation in harvest mouse numbers over time. And I also carry out ad hoc surveys when I'm out walking my dog.